What is up, chosen ones? Jazz Royce here. Beautiful Monday it is now, and I've heard your request, so now I'm answering. You see the screen, guys? Today we're going to be going over Kleekai and my thoughts on whether or not is it worth the investment. Before we get into this, please hit the like button, smash that thing, hit the subscribe button, leave your comments. I love your feedback. Thank you so much for all the love I've been getting on the last Saitama videos. So now we're going to do Klee. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so first things first, let's look at the chart. Already, I will tell you that Klee is up literally 31% on the day, and in fact, from the last time when I checked, before people started telling me about it in the comments, when I last checked Klee, it was sitting at the 9 zeros, which it still is at the number 2728, give or take, about to hit the 3. Now it's at the 425 at the time of this recording. This is the day before, guys. It's a Sunday right now. I'm recording this, and it's doing great. So people were asking me, should I do a video on Kleekai, explain about it? Am I involved in Kleekai? Like, as in, am I a holder? And the answer is yes, I am a holder. I did buy into Kleekai. It was actually the last investment that I did about 2 weeks ago as well. I bought 492 billion tokens, and in fact the 2% reflections are so good that throughout the 2 weeks that I've been holding, I actually gained 8 billion more tokens. So now I'm sitting at exactly 500 billion for doing nothing. That's right, passive income, doing nothing. That's the best type of income. All right, so 100 quadrillion max supply, same thing as Saitama. Fully diluted market cap is so low in comparison to what we've seen so far. This is only at 42 million, guys. This is still new. This is still brand new. It's been out for a few months now, but the traction that it's starting to gain is relatively new. As a matter of fact, I think we went up like a couple of holders, like 2,000 holders, I believe, in the last 2-3 days. Let's look at it now. Right now, we're at 14,335 holders, guys. I remember when this coin was just breaking 10K holders not too long ago. That was around the time when I bought in. It was like right around that 10K holder mark, maybe a little before that. And so here we are at 14,000 already. So you guys are probably asking, what is Kleekai? We see the tokenomics. It's almost the same as what Saitama is, just minus the constant burning that they have going on with Saitama. So what makes this coin stand out? Well, you're about to find out. Kleerun. This is a gaming token. This is probably, I would say, the first official crypto play to earn game that Kleerun is doing. And as you can see, you need to hold at least 1.5 trillion Klee in order to play. As for me, I'm still 2/3 off of that, and to be honest, my budget's a little tight right now, so I probably won't be getting to that number anytime soon. But hey, if you guys can afford it, do it. Why not? Why not hold 1 trillion of something? Especially if you know this is a coin that is now being more established into the scene, so the chances of a rug pull is actually right next to none. I actually was looking at their white paper where it proved that a lot of their supply of their tokens have been locked into liquidity on Uniswap, I believe, in order to prevent a rug pull from occurring. Because let's be honest, there are hundreds or even thousands of tokens out there that have the same 100 quadrillion, 1 quadrillion, a couple trillion max supply, a bunch of zeros, and it looks very enticing. But if you don't do your research, if you don't look at if this coin has any utility and what it brings to the crypto space, chances are it might be a rug pull, and then you get pulled underneath for whatever money you put into. So it's always a risk. Luckily, it's never happened to me, and these coins are making it into the scene, so I can assure you that these may very well not be no type of rug pulling going on here, guys. So any skeptics out there, don't be scared of Klee because of all the zeros it has. This actually looks like a very promising token. The price that it's sitting at right now is literally where Saitama was sitting at in its very early days, probably early July. early mid-July before I even bought in. I bought in 9 zeros, but when it was at like the very end of 9 zeros, about to like break into 8 zeros. So this is still early into the 9 zeros range, guys. So the price of what you can buy right now, when I bought my tokens, it was at 9 zeros and a 2, like just above the 2. So after the fees and transfers and all that, it came out to about $115 to buy practically 500 billion tokens. So if you were to ask me, what would you buy given $100 just throw into the markets right now, comparison to what I'm holding my SHIB, Saitama, and Klee, and also holding BoostCoin, which I'll make another video on BoostCoin if you don't know about that one yet. I'm going to honestly go with Klee, because why not? Why would you not want to up your position in something that's so new and fresh, and that's bringing a refreshing twist to the online gaming industry where you can play the game and earn cryptos from playing. By the way, it is in beta testing form. They do not have the official version out yet. I believe it will be out cross-platform, so you can play it on a PC, you can play it even mobile. It's going to be coming out on apps, so I'm excited to see what they're going to have. Looking at previews of how the game looked, it looks almost like a doggy version of Temple Run in a sense. The difference is that the tokens that you're earning as you're making your runs is actually getting added to your Klee wallet. Not to mention that 2% that they're given. Those reflections, guys, like I said, 2 weeks of holding 8 billion tokens that was given to me just in reflections for holding my tokens, guys. That's awesome right there. Their reflection system is great. I'll give them that. So let's get into some quick speculations. We see the numbers in front of us. We see how beautiful these zeros look. How much will your coins be worth? The $1 million question, right? Well, let's say I can't use other people's examples right now, like trillions and stuff, but we'll use something cheap. We'll use what I have. We'll use 500 billion. I hope I got confused my own numbers. 500 billion tokens, okay? So 500 billion at this current price is sitting like a little over $200, right? Let's say we 10x from here. 10x, putting the market cap up to 420 million, the fully diluted market cap. The $200 would now be worth $2,000. All right, already sounds good, doesn't it? I know, and we're only at 8 zeros, guys. We're only at 8 zeros. So now, when we 100x and get into 7 zeros, let's 100x this bad boy. This will put our market cap now at about 4.2 billion total supply. 4.2 billion. That was literally like a little more than the average of where Shiba was sitting at throughout these last few months before the big pump up. And we saw how big the market cap can change, because Shiba was sitting at 2 to 3 billion market cap average, around 3, and within a matter of days last week it just skyrocketed upwards to 10 billion and higher. So it's a big deal, a very big deal. So at a 4 billion market cap, Klee would be sitting at 7 zeros. So if you're holding a small bag like I am of just $200 worth right now, currently at 9 zeros, by the time we hit a 4 billion market cap, your $200 bag will now be sitting at about $20,000 because it would have 100x itself. All right, now let's stretch the bar a little more. I always like to stretch the bar a little more. Let's stretch it outwards to 3 zeros from here. All right, which would totally put us at 6 zeros, 1,000x. Now 1,000x, we'd be looking probably like around that 40. From right now, this exact number, about a 40 billion market cap. At the number 1, it'll be more so like a 10 billion market cap. But 6 zeros and a 4, 40 billion. Kind of like around Dogecoin's average. Doge is like around 30 billion right now, sitting there. Mind you, Doge has no max supply, guys. I'm going to keep repeating it. There's no max supply. Keep repeating that. So now 1,000x. And let's say you're holding double what I'm holding, right? So let's say you're holding 1 trillion tokens. You're holding 1 trillion tokens. It's probably going to cost right now about $425 looking at this chart. 10x on 1 trillion, it would be about $4,000. Wow. And then 100x from there will put you at $40,000. Sheesh, you know? So then 1,000x sitting at 6 zeros will then put you at about $400,000. Getting there to like a 40 billion market cap, that's actually not too bad at all. Not too bad being in so early on a project like this. Let's go look at how the chart itself is looking. You know me, zoom out to that 1 month. Let's zoom out to that 1 month. Oh yeah, so we're not even at our highest yet. We are coming out of our days of the dips, as I would say, which is right around that, looks like October 4th until just about yesterday started pulling out the dips. So similar to Saitama, it had that big dip in October 6th. So it just must have been the whole crypto market for that week, at least for altcoins, as far as I'm concerned. And let's see what our high was at. Our high was, probably, it won't even get there. So I'm assuming we were probably like around the sixes, maybe even close to the sevens in the 9 zeros. And it looks like we're slowly inching our way back. Mind you guys, Clearrun is still in beta testing. So if I were you, not financial advice, by the way, I always say in the description, I'm not a financial advisor. But if you want to get into a project early, it would be best to possibly buy your Kleekai before the full version of the game comes out, before they complete their roadmap and reach 20,000 holders, before they start getting posted on different exchanges. Now would probably be the time you want to start stacking up on Klee. It'll be cheap, very cheap for how much return you can get. And I stand with it. I stand with Klee. I don't think this is a coin that will disappoint. Like I said, I'm holding as well. I would never share a token with you guys that I myself wouldn't be willing to hold. So there you have it, guys. I'm Jazz Royce. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next one.